Welcome back to Unlocked, the podcast where we don't just talk about leadership, we question it, challenge it, and rebuild it if we have to. Today, I'm doing something a little different. That's right, I'm calling it Thoughts Unlocked. Today, we're tackling a topic that's practically a buzzword on every motivational poster. That word is accountability. And if you just rolled your eyes, stay with me. I'm not here to give you the usual accountability is important speech. You've heard that before. No, today we're talking about what accountability really costs and why so many teams get it totally wrong. Accountability has a PR problem. Somewhere along the way, it got branded as this big, scary thing leaders use to keep everyone in line. Like you're accountable, so you better show up. But in reality, that's just fear in a new outfit. And let's face it, fear is cheap. It's like fast food. It gets the job done quickly, but you're left with heartburn and regret, unless it's Wendy's French fries dipped in a Frosty. Then it might just be worth it. If you're leading with fear, yeah, people will show up, but they'll do the bare minimum. They'll check the boxes, clock in, clock out, and move on. That's not accountability. That's survival mode. And the last time I checked, we're not hiring teams to just survive. You're hiring them to thrive, innovate, and dare I say it, actually enjoy working with you. I know, radical idea. Accountability isn't a one-off conversation, it's a culture. And creating a culture can be like assembling IKEA furniture with no instructions, not easy. You can't just slap accountability on your company values list and hope for the best. Cultures aren't built on wishful thinking, they're built on daily actions, consistency, and the occasional, oops, we screwed that up, let's fix it. Yes, even you, leader of leaders, need to own your mistakes. If your team sees you sidestepping accountability like it's a puddle in new shoes, they're not buying what you're selling. Here's a hot take for you. Accountability isn't about micromanaging. If you're hovering over your team like a parent waiting for their kid to finish unloading the dishwasher, you're doing it wrong. Accountability done right is about giving people the freedom to take risks, make decisions, and wait for it, sometimes screw up. Because when people feel trusted, they step up. When they feel policed, they step back. If you're micromanaging someone like they can't be trusted to walk your dog, maybe the issue isn't just them. Maybe it's the system you've built or, the leash you've tightened. All right, let's get into the good stuff. How do you create a culture where accountability actually works instead of just being something we talk about in all hands meetings right before donuts are served? Here are 3 steps to get started. 1, set clear expectations. I know this one sounds basic, but let me tell you, vague expectations are the silent killer of accountability. If your team doesn't know what success looks like, they're going to aim for, well, nothing. It's like telling someone to just be cool without defining what that means. Some people are thinking James Bond, others are thinking where you dad at a barbecue. You've got to paint a clear picture of what you want. But seriously, the barbecue dad will always win over James Bond, right? 2, give real feedback. No, not just the nice stuff. This is where the rubber meets the road, my friends. Don't hit them with vague, feel-good nonsense. Like, you're doing great, just keep at it. That's not feedback. That's a Hallmark card. Real feedback has teeth. It tells them where they're crushing it and where they're falling short. And let me say this, feedback isn't a one-way street. If you're dishing it out, be ready to take it too. If your team can't tell you where you're dropping the ball, you aren't the secure, confident, and humble leader they need. 3, make consequences a natural part of the culture. Here's the tough one. Accountability means consequences. And I'm not talking about threatening people. I mean clear, logical consequences that everyone understands. If someone drops the ball, they need to know how it impacts the team. Clarity on consequences isn't about scaring people. It's about showing them that their work matters. Let's wrap this up. Accountability isn't a punishment, it's a gift. It's about creating a culture where people feel proud to own their work and trusted to deliver results. If you build that culture, the right people will stay and thrive. The wrong people, they'll probably self-select out, and that's okay. Because a team built on accountability doesn't need babysitting. They've got each other's backs, and they're moving forward. So there it is. Accountability isn't a big stick to beat people into action with. It's a powerful engine that moves everyone forward. Let's get rid of the phrase, I got to light a fire under that person, and move to lighting fires inside of people. Let that drive your culture and watch what happens. If you want to find out more information about me or check out the show notes where there's going to be more information and links to the things referenced in this episode, visit skotwaldron.com. And lastly, I'm asking for a little bit of love, just a little bit. So please take a moment, follow, rate the show. The algorithms like that. It helps me get the word out. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And until next time, stay unlocked.